I'm just going to say this outright because I know if I don't, somebody's going to ride herd on me for this one. Yeah, I'm wearing the same thing I wore last week because I'm filming this at the same time because I'm trying to get a couple of episodes ahead so that I can do a couple of the other side projects that I want to do so that I can get some other stuff accomplished. There, are we happy? Fine, let's go. So last week I was talking about the Lone Wolf stuff and I was talking about some of the things that I've done, and yeah, there's a whole backlog of stories like that, and this is another one. Again, this is late 90s, and again, this is in Wisconsin, but this is a different field, but we're playing the same kind of format. They just opened up all their fields, they had a huge amount of space, and it was just these random missions, and I think they were trying to base it on a movie or something like that. I mean, it was clear, but it wasn't really... So one of our missions was we had to go as a group, get to this one location and hold it until X time. Okay, pretty standard mission, we can do this. The one thing I found kind of odd was that most of the regulars there were playing, but they weren't used to the format of no boundaries. So a lot of them would be in their position looking down what the normal boundary is without realizing that this entire area over here is wide open. And it was a wet day out there too, so it was a lot of mud and a lot of water on the field, so they were expecting, nobody's gonna go in this area over here. Yeah, that's why I bring spare pants, spare t-shirts, spare underwear and socks, because I fully expect to be going home in new clothes. I'm hanging about mid-pack with our guys and we kind of clash with the other team, and it's turning into just basically a pound fest. So I take a step back and I look around going, okay, which way can we go? We can't really go that way. We can, okay, that way's open, but that's really full of like really thick, overgrown stuff. Pull over leaf back a little bit, get into the thick stuff, and start crawling. Now I'm crawling pretty fast, which is normally not the way you would want to do it, but if you go too slow, by the time you get to where you need to be, your guys have either passed that or your guys have gotten obliterated. So you gotta hustle. Eventually in my low crawling, I get to this nice little channel. It obviously looks like that they use it as a truck path in order to do maintenance to the field, but it's still fairly overgrown. So I'm crawling down this truck path, basically like right along the line of where the tall grass is, so I'm still got some cover from the other guys, at least visually speaking. But if they start shooting at me, I'm toast. So I stop to take a breather, kind of take a look around, get my surroundings, and I see a building in front of me, and I see barrels sticking out of the building. Aha, that's where the other team is at. I can start shooting people. So let me see, I'm laying down, I've got my gun pretty much rested, and it's a 75-foot shot. Silver platter shots over here. The first guy that I shoot is standing in a doorway. I've got his entire silhouette to shoot at. A myopic Ewok could have hit this guy. So him out, I start to adjust to shoot the second guy, and somebody else gets right into the same doorway. Two shots in the same position, it's time to move. So as I start to try to move, a third guy enters the doorway, starts shooting away from me at my guys. You guys are fairly intelligent human beings. I would assume that you know exactly what you're doing. So I would like to offer you this as a question. You're in a hut with 3 buddies. All 3 of your buddies have walked into this door frame and gotten shot in the last 30 seconds. What do? Do you A, hold your position and not go into that doorway because obviously there's something wrong going on there? Option 2, figure, hey, all my buddies are getting shot through that doorway, there must be a guy on the other side over there. Or 3, do you enter that door frame because you figure those guys must have seen something I did not and start shooting at the same direction those guys are shooting because you know that there's got to be something there? So as I'm laying there, I see the guy actually walk to the side of the building, get into the door frame, and start shooting towards the same direction that his 3 buddies were shooting at, because I guess he must have figured that, there must be something here, there must be something these guys must have seen, or something like that. Oof. So now with the building absolutely cleared, I figured, okay, I'll start moving a little bit, and I start moving a little cautiously, because I figured though there might be one more guy in the building, but not really. Then I see my teammates start to overrun the position, because now finally that spot that had been holding them back was now clear. Okay, I stand up and say, hi guys, how you doing? And they completely freaked out. Look, I know this is a speedballer paradise, but am I the only guy who knows how to use camouflage around here? Come on. And this kind of goes back to what I was talking about last week. It's not that I'm antisocial, it's just that I don't trust most of the people that I play with, because I know that if I go flanking with them, they're going to do something fundamentally stupid and get me shot. If I do it to myself, I'm fine with that. It's when somebody else does it to me, that's what gets to me. That being said, I also kind of understand that there are times where you have to flank with a whole bunch of people, or you need to get a whole bunch of people to slam an angle or something like that. Yeah, that's got its place too, but give me some tall overgrown grass in about 10 minutes, and I'm good.